I started working here February this year, so it hasn't quite been a year yet.
I've been a volunteer for roughly just over a year and a half now.
I've been a volunteer here at the hospice since 1994/5.
I've been a volunteer here for about 2.5 years now.
I've been a volunteer at Compton 23 years in January.
I work on the main reception, so I'm one of the first people that visitors and people are going to see as you come into the hospice.
First of all, I went through the induction procedure and then found out there were a variety of things I could do, most of which I wasn't capable of doing.
I'm a bereavement visitor here at the hospice. I offer one-to-one support to people in their own home once their loved one has died.
It's a friend of mine's actually manager in the shop here at the hospice, and she was quite desperate for someone to work on a Saturday, so she said, will you come along and give me a hand? So that's how I got into it.
At the moment I now am a complementary therapist and I work mostly in the day unit but sometimes on the ward area.
The one thing I could do was drive, and I think it was quite opportune at the time because they were shorter drivers, so I collect people from home one day a week normally and bring them into the day centre.
My duties are coordinating all the volunteers for the ward area, from the receptionists to the bed makers, the people that make the drinks, everybody that works on the ward. As a volunteer, I coordinate.
I work on the main reception. I answer the phones and greet the people.
Go around to the patients, see if they need a drink, top up their water jugs, talk to them if they want to talk.
I spend 1 day a week in the day unit, and that is I go on a Friday, and I see the same patients every week. They will come once or twice a week and they're booked in for the day.
I'm in fundraising, more or less doing the sort of work that I've always done all my employment, except I'm doing it for the pleasure now.
I greet new patients when they come, settle them in to their beds, settle their relatives in and things, take all the phone calls asking about people's condition overnight and things, make drinks if people want drinks.
Well, I work on a Tuesday night making the drinks myself, but I mean I'd probably spend at least an hour a day just checking that the rotas are all up and running for the following weeks.
Well, I started off on the ward reception area for 17 years. Then I did a 5-year spell, but still on the ward, doing bereavement visiting. And then 5 years ago, I'd finished work 5 years ago and then went into the day unit and did complementary therapist with a different hat on then.